The nutrition advice that changed everything for me wasn't another diet or meal plan. It was the exact opposite. Today, I'm sharing the food wisdom I wish someone had told me years ago. If I could go back and speak to my younger self, oh my goodness, the things I would tell her. As a registered dietitian now, there would be so much to share about nutrition, health, and how food truly shapes our well-being. And I would sneak in some stuff not about nutrition too, some little life sneak peeks, like beautiful surprises like meeting my Kentucky-born husband in Barcelona, Spain, of all places, or how getting pregnant wouldn't exactly be easy, but I would end up with 3 boys, 3 wonderful, crazy boys who totally lit up my life. And that at 29, I would leave a fun and stable career to follow my passion, to go back to school for nutrition and cooking, making it my life's mission to share how food can heal and nourish. Okay, that was a little window into Amy's life here, but today I am focusing on the nutrition advice that took me years to learn. Wisdom that I wish someone had shared with me sooner, and I am sharing with you today. So here's the first tip I would tell my younger self. Number 1, diets are crap. First off, younger Amy, listen closely. Diets are pretty much complete nonsense and not worth a second of your very precious time.
I want you to think of what you ate today. Got it? Now cut that in half. This is called a diet. Everyone start one today.
You see, diets are always something that we start and then stop and then feel guilty about stopping. Usually because they are too restrictive or that they're simply impossible to maintain. This cycle is exhausting and it's completely unnecessary.
Why is he on a diet?
The best diet isn't a diet at all. It's a whole foods approach that works for you. One that considers your lifestyle, your preferences, and most importantly, one that makes you feel good in your body, not someone else's idea of what you should eat. Tip 2. The I'll start Monday mindset is a total trap.
Oh, don't tell me what's in it. The diet starts tomorrow.
How many of you can relate to this thought? I'm starting my diet on Monday, so this weekend I am going all in on junk food that I can't have later. We're talking ice cream, pizza, French fries, all of the things. This mindset is such a trap, and one that I fell into numerous times when I was younger. Get that pint of Ben & Jerry's at the store and then eat the whole thing one night because I won't be able to have it next week. It's crazy. It locks us into this exhausting cycle of labeling foods as good or bad, and it actually encourages binge-like behaviors, which is just terrible. Instead, I would tell younger Amy, have that scoop or 2 of ice cream, enjoy every single spoonful, and then simply move on with your life. No drama needed. Which leads us perfectly into tip number 3. Drop the food guilt once and for all. There are so many emotions tied to food. Our meals connect us with wonderful things like home, our heritage, and nourishment. But they can also be tangled into negative feelings like guilt. That sinking feeling after ordering some fast food burger and fries and then feeling totally bloated and icky later, and then following into a shame spiral. But here's the truth. Stress and guilt around food choices often cause more harm than the food itself. Enjoying food is a part of a full life, and guilt just has no place at the table. So here is a loving reminder. Give yourself grace. You're human, you're learning. Try as many new things as you can and just keep going. Carbs are not the enemy. Carbs are actually good for you. As a dietitian, I get so exhausted by all the carb hate all the time. Carbs are your brain's preferred source of fuel.
Tom, you need carbs. Your brain runs on glucose. For simple cognitive functions, you need them.
And when paired with fiber and protein, they actually keep you full and energized. And we need those carbs after a workout to help replenish everything we've just burned off. Whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, pasta, yes, you can have pasta, can be totally nourishing. Younger me used to cut out pasta and other carbs, all for the sake of some sort of short-term goal. Now, I know better, and I know that those foods provide energy, satisfaction, and can be absolutely part of a healthy eating pattern. So please, younger me, enjoy that pasta dinner, load up on veggies, and maybe toss in a handful of spinach or some chickpeas for some bonus fiber. No side of guilt is required. Your brain, your gut, and your taste buds will absolutely thank you. Sugar makes you break out. Oh my goodness, how I wish I had connected this sooner. It took me years, and I mean years, and wonderful wisdom with age to figure out that too much sugar is terrible for my skin and made me break out. Those mysterious breakouts that seemed to come from nowhere, they were not random at all. Having too many cookies, too much wine, excess ice cream took a major toll on my skin and made me feel generally crappy. And for fun, let me share my husband's little skin story. He had perfect skin all the time, except when he was younger and would have some fast food burger and fries. He would get one tiny breakout every single time like clockwork. Not anymore, but in his youth, absolutely. Our bodies speak to us if we learn to listen. And our skin is often a reflection of our gut health. Incorporating probiotic-rich foods like yogurt, kimchi, kefir, and fermented veggies can help support a healthy gut microbiome and help with everything from digestion to clearer skin to our brain health. Have you noticed that certain foods mess with your skin too? Drop a comment below because I would love to hear what you found. You like what you like, don't apologize for it. Here's some real truth for you. I don't like bananas. Yes, I said it. I'm a dietitian who does not like bananas. I will accept them in muffins or pancakes, but a straight up banana to eat is just no for me. When I was younger, I was constantly told by different adults in my life, not my parents, but other adults, that I liked weird things. And this was all because I didn't like Little Debbie snacks or Twinkies, and I really didn't like Kool-Aid. Maybe that was foreshadowing to me being a dietitian later in life. I don't know. But I, as a kid, genuinely liked grape nut cereal or plain fish fillet sandwiches with nothing on them. Okay, that one might be a little crazy, but I am who I am. So here's the liberating truth. You like what you like. We all have unique taste buds and preferences. Do not apologize for being authentically you. Your food preferences are valid. Try as many different things as you can so you have a wide palette, but when you find something that you like and don't like, don't apologize for it. If you want more tips like this, join my email newsletter. The link's down in the description. I send out fun food facts, nutrition tips, and nourishing recipes, and zero diet BS. Eat more whole foods and less processed garbage. Your digestive problems don't always need medications. They often need better food choices. In my younger days, I struggled with some digestive issues that I know now were mostly food related, but back then, I never connected those dots. If you're constipated, blueberries, oatmeal, and proper hydration can work wonders. And when things are moving too quickly in the other direction, it's likely connected to fast food or quick meals that are loaded with excess fat, oil, sugar, and salt. And to very politely share a little story, a certain quick fix Mexican restaurant was fine for me in my early 20s, but in my late 20s, my stomach could not handle it. As a dietitian, one of the first things I check when someone's dealing with bloating or irregularity is fiber. Most people just don't get enough of it. Try aiming for 25 to 30 grams of fiber a day from whole foods like fruits and veggies, delicious berries, lentils, beans, oats, all kinds of whole grains, wonderful things that help your tummy feel its best. Now I want to hear from you. What would you tell your younger self? I actually asked this question in my Thrive Nutrition RDN community group on Facebook, and their answers were so good. I wanted to share a few of them with you. Here's what a few people said they would tell their younger selves. Don't live on 100-calorie packs. Oh, the early 2000s. Who else can relate to this one? Oh my goodness. Those 100-calorie packs of cookies or crackers or any kind of snack were everywhere. And they're still in the grocery store today, but it's just not the way to live. How about stay away from TV dinners? The sodium is terrible for you. This is so true. Take a look at the back of any TV dinner, whether it's a Hungry Man dinner or a Healthy Choice dinner. They are loaded with sodium. And having those every single day and then every single week will add up, and it is not good for your health. Number 3, you do not need to do the vegetable soup diet to lose weight. Oh my goodness. Of all the crazy diets out there, cabbage soup, the vegetable soup diet, it just sounds so terrible. Like, eat vegetable soup for a whole week. Of course you're going to lose weight because you're cutting out so many other things, and it's probably way too low in protein for you. Just no. One of my favorites, just eat the peanut butter cup and move on. Lose the food guilt. I love it. And red wine hurts your tummy and gives you the worst headache. Such a great tip for younger us because maybe we just don't know. I loved all these so much. If you are not already in our group, come and join us. It's full of real talk, zero judgment, and plenty of food freedom vibes. I'm going to drop the link below to join. Alcohol just isn't all that. This realization didn't really hit me until after I had kids. Alcohol just makes me feel kind of terrible. And honestly, it's just not even that good. Younger me would have wine for celebrations, beers kind of meant a fun night out. It felt like part of the experience, like grab a drink to fully enjoy the moment. But looking back, I'd tell younger Amy, it never actually served you. Now that I know more, both from my personal experience and the research, I just see it clearly. Alcohol messes with your sleep. It drains your energy. It increases brain fog. And let's not forget the health risks, like high blood pressure, heart disease, and even certain types of cancer. The science is just not in alcohol's favor, and I don't enjoy it anymore. So these days, I might have a glass of champagne once or twice a year for something that's truly special. But most of the time, I'm reaching for my sparkling water, or I'll make a fun mocktail, which is way more enjoyable, and I feel good the next day, not crappy. And P.S., you don't have to drink to feel included. That's a confidence that comes with age, and I'm so here for it. Cooking at home will be your happy place. I wish I could tell 8-year-old Amy, the one who loved to bake and once confused a teaspoon for a cup, causing a coffee cake explosion in the oven, that one day cooking and developing recipes would become part of your career. I don't think she'd believe it. Now, I understand for everyone out there that some days cooking can feel like the most draining chore on earth, but I'm here to tell you that cooking at home is far better, cheaper, and ultimately more delicious than any fast or convenience food out there. And when you cook at home consistently, it becomes part of your normal, and your taste buds naturally adjust away from the fried, the high salt, the high sugar meals that once seemed so appealing. That little girl with cake batter on her face would never believe where her kitchen adventures would take her. Okay, finally, younger Amy needed to hear that consistency, not perfection, gets you where you want to be. Not just for a few days, a week, or a few months, but for life. Those small, sustainable changes that you can maintain day after day will transform your health far more than any 30-day challenge or extreme diet. It's the meals that you eat most often that shape your health, not the occasional indulgence or some perfect day. Find what works for you, what feels good, and what you can actually sustain, and then show up for yourself day after day. Overall, I would tell my younger self to keep exploring, keep cooking, keep trying as many different foods as possible, and keep tuning into your body. Younger me would probably not believe that I would live in 3 different countries and get to travel the world and taste and try so many wonderful different things. And younger me would probably not believe that we don't have to have food guilt and that you can eat all kinds of things and still feel good and nourish your body. The most important message I have for younger me and for all of you out there is to love yourself, give yourself grace, and nourish your body with foods that you know make you feel good. Thanks so much for watching. Now to see how I eat today, click the video on your screen right now for the top 5 foods I eat every day, and I promise that you can too. And I'll see you over there. Until then, eat well, be well, thrive. Okay, I'm gonna really get it this time. This is for the outtakes.